Basketball, baseball, for the last, I can't tell you how many years. Continuous coverage. Here we go. And the season is underway for the Globe Tigers and Miami Vandals. High angling kick taken at about the 8-yard line. Brought across the 20 and down at the 23-yard line. That was Tarango, Johnny Tarango on the far side with that. And now with that, Randy Scott, looks like for the tackle by the Globe Tigers. Let's set up Miami offensively. This is what we were given. Hopefully it's still correct. Michael Tarango will be the split end. The left tackle, Lee Van Droem. Also the left guard, Adam Padilla. The center, Jonathan White. The right guard, Matt Bunny. The right tackle, Reese Weaver. The tight end, Ryan Mawson. Your quarterback, Anthony Castaneda. The fullback, Chris Goss. The halfback, Justin Rodriguez. The wingback is Oliver Telgo as Miami comes out in the wing T set from the right hash, going right to left. The handoff goes to Goss, and he's got room down the near side, but a great tackle by the Globe Tigers on the near side, making the stop. That's Wander for the Globe Tigers at about the 31, and while that was a good gain, Spencer, for Miami, that was a good tackle there by Wander. Could have gone for big yardage.
Yeah, if he would have slipped by that last defender, he could have gone for 10 or 15, 20 more.
So what, about a 6-yard gain or so, make it 7 for Goss. Second down and short. We'll give you the Globe defense in just a moment. Man in motion is Talgo. Handoff goes to Goss, and he's rolled forward just a bit. And he's going to be close to the stick. It's going to be real close as the tackle made by Chance Williams for the Tigers. I want to thank Art Downey, who's helping us spot here tonight. So it's third and very short. Globe defensively, let's get it to you. The line, Caleb Casillas, Brandon Lotus, Chance Williams, Earl Russell, and Lyle Footracer. Lincoln Hansen, Joe Brashew, Robert Kieran are the linebackers. Get the secondary in a minute. Here's Castaneda rolling out. He's got enough room for the first down and taken down about the 38-yard line, and a first down for the Miami Vandals on the play. So on that play, pickup of about 10 yards or so, about what he got. First down. The Vandals come out. This is what Miami wants. Get some confidence here. Be able to move the football early against the Tigers. Here's the play fake. Roll to the near side. Castaneda. Kieran misses a tackle. Castaneda breaks one and now spins up ahead and is thrown out of bounds. Close to another first down. The tackle finally made by Nate Clausen, but again, Spencer, another big gain for Miami on the ground.
Yeah, Castaneda's been, the last two plays are showing some good running abilities, some good speed. He's getting past these Globe defenders and giving them a little bit of trouble.
2 carries, 19 yards for Castaneda. Globe, the rest of the defense for you. Chris Beal at left corner, Nate Clausen at safety, and J.D. Wander is the right corner. See Clausen back about the 38-yard line, out 10 yards back, 15 yards back from the line in the safety spot. Miami again, wing T, the wing to the near side. Here's the handoff off the left side, and Goss powers up ahead. He's got the first down. Pick up on the play of 4 for Goss. 2 carries, 11 yards for Goss. Second first down, the tackle made by Joe Brashew. Watching Joe Brashew, he is strong, he is tough. And we'll see him put on some big hits this year for the Globe Tigers. But for Miami right now, and Coach Strenge, this is exactly what they wanted to do, control the ball. They knew it was going to be physical, and they've got the Tigers kind of back on their heels a little bit early on here. Again, wing to the near side, near hash will be where it'll be snapped from. Rodriguez, yeah, with the football, and he is going to be tossed back. Justin Rodriguez loses yardage, and it's going to be about a 3-yard loss. I believe that was Lotus on the tackle. And I'll tell you, it was me. It looked like a little bit of motion there after they were set on the part of the Vandals.
Yeah, that running back ran right into the middle of Brandon Lotus, and he's a big kid. And running right into him, you're not going to get through him.
Tarango off to the far side. That's Michael. Now Castaneda almost trips, steps up, dumps a pass that's incomplete, in and out of the hands of Goss right at the 50-yard line. And he might have gotten another yard or two, probably still would have been short of the first down, but that's the first pass we've seen so far. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about, 13 yards, as maybe with the pass completion, they might have gotten about 5 on that. Jeff Bender, I believe, we're told, is in the game for the Globe Tigers. Miami now 3rd and long. Talgo in motion, play fake. Castaneda rolling to his right, looks to option it off, does so. Talgo drops the ball, it's loose, and I believe that Miami got it back. And they did at about the 50-yard line. I'll tell you, for Miami, back on the far side of the field, Padilla was hammered at about the 43-yard line right in front of the Globe bench, right at the whistle. So that will be basically, what, a 1-yard gain on the play for Talgo, even though there was a fumble. So 1-yard rushing gain. Talgo recovers his own fumble, and Miami will punt. 4th and 12 from midfield. Back for the Tigers is Clausen, back at the 25. Penalty flag. Here's the kick, angling the near side. They kick it away from Clausen. Get a good bounce. This is going to go out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. The yard marker's on the far side. I got to look all the way across. Let's see what the flag is. An eligible man downfield against Miami. And with this being, what, a 28-yard kick, what do you do here, Spencer? Do you make him kick it again, or do you take the ball at the 22?
I would make him kick it again. I think they can get a better return than that.
I mean, the kick wasn't the longest, but I think you're right. They probably can here. So with the 5-yard penalty, Miami will be backed up to their 45, and that is the first penalty of the game in this contest. Next week, we will be in Globe, the Globe Tigers against the Snowflake Lobos. 2 teams predicted to be doing well in Class 3A this season. And actually, it's a 15-yard penalty. So it's back at the 35-yard line. Now, is that Lincoln Hansen back there, I believe? Yeah, it is. Back at the 36. High snap. Control, it's blocked. The kick is blocked by the Tigers. And the Vandals had it, and they dropped the ball. Talgo trying to get it. He can't get it. And it's going to be down at about the 27-yard line. And that's where the Globe Tigers will have the football. Who got a piece of that? Who was that? We don't know. We didn't get who it was. We're asking one of the Globe coaches here who's up top, and he doesn't know, but that's okay. So the Tigers with a blocked punt.
That was some quick running by Nathan Clausen. He was back to receive, and he ended up coming forward and getting that fumble.
So Clausen with the fumble recovery. The punt is -8 off the block, and the Tigers offense now 1st and 10 from the 27. Lincoln Hansen at quarterback. Throws it over to the far side, got Clausen at the 25, the 20, and tries to break a tackle, but he's going to get a first down. Looks real close there as he almost broke it down the far side. Rodriguez on the tackle, but it looks like a first down for the Tigers early on in this game. On the 10-yard, it is a first down, 10-yard completion. Hansen going off to Clausen. We'll get you the Globe offense, the Miami defense. As Brian Goslin, Chris Beal, Randy Scott are the backs for the Tigers. Ready for play signal given by the lead official. Stepping up as Hansen throws in the run. It's popped up in the air and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Castaneda, who's trying to break free, and he's down at the 5-yard line. And I believe for the Globe Tigers that pass went to, it was in and out of the hands. And that ball flat out should have been caught.
Yeah, it was a good throw. Hit him right in the numbers, but bounced right up in the air. Looks like it hit the pads from the shoulder pads, popped right up in the air, and Castaneda was able to come up with the catch.
So Lincoln Hansen has to be sitting there saying, hey, you know, what do I have to do? That was a beautiful pass right there. You got to make a catch like that. And now Miami, while they're back deep, at least from their standpoint, they've got the football right now. Scoreless here. 8:05 remaining in the first quarter. Here's a fake to the right side. It'll go up the middle. And it's not going to get much. I think that's Chance Williams on the tackle. Goss on the carry picks up not much. Well, they gave him a little bit more than I thought they would have. They gave him 3. 2nd down and 7. 2nd and a long 6. Call it 2nd and 7. I don't agree with the scoreboard. Anyway, 2nd and 7 for the Miami Vandals. Football just about the, call it the 8-yard line, just outside the 8. From the middle of the field. Wing to the right side. Castaneda, inside give to Goss. Nothing there. The Tigers swarm there. Foot racer coming in for Globe to finish things off, but the main stop made by Daniel Hernandez, who's in the ball game for the Globe Tigers. So Goss, after a couple of nice runs, doesn't get much there. It's 3rd and 5, picks up 2 on the play. He now has 4 carries for 16 yards. So at the 10 are the Vandals. They need to get outside the 15, close to the 16. This is a big play early on here. Michael Tarango to the far side. Talgo lined up to the near side. Fake to the near side. It goes to the far side, and the Miami Vandals get nothing, but there's a flag on the play as Talgo took what was kind of a reverse, but there is a flag, and let's see what it is. Is it holding or a face mask? It was right around when the Tigers made the tackle, and let's see. It is going to be holding against Miami. And the Tigers, you decline this right here.
Yeah, definitely.
It's 3rd and a mile before the play, or 3rd and 6 before the play. You're going to make him punt it away. It would be 4th and 6. 3rd and what? You're at the 10, half the distance penalty. 3rd and 11. No, you got to decline this. This is like automatic. And then you make Miami punt out of their own end zone. Holding Miami, declined. Yeah, that's an obvious call. So the Vandal punt team comes onto the field. And Reese Weaver will do the duties for the Vandals. Again, Miami in the green with the white numbers and the white pants. The Tigers in the black pants. White shirts, and I guess some black or whatever color that is, numbers. Change from last year. Here's the snap taken. Rush is decent, and they get a piece of the punter, but there's no flag thrown, and the ball bounces up towards midfield at the 43. Now there's a late flag, and now going down to the ground for the Globe Tigers is going to be Jeff Bender, as he was hit pretty hard. And let's see what this is here. So we've had a couple penalties now. And the official's talking about it. It's a clip against the Globe Tigers. And the spot of the foul is what? The 38-yard line, it would appear. Where are they standing? The 40-yard line? This is a 15-yard penalty. You're bringing it back to the Globe 45 or thereabouts, where they will operate 1st and 10. We'll get you that Globe offense now, since we didn't have a chance earlier. Nate Clausen, we were told, would start. There may be a change by now. At split end on the line, Earl Russell, Regan Goslin, Aaron Burke, Brandon Lotus, Chance Williams. And wait a minute, did they say this was against Globe a minute ago?
Yeah, they did. They said it was clipping against Globe.
But Miami's backing up.
I think they're giving Miami they may be giving Miami the ball back.
Wait a minute.
With 15 yards.
No, wait a minute. Then how can you... Wait a minute. That's not the right call, because if it's clipping, it's on the return. Possession has already changed. That's not the right call unless they gave us the wrong call, the official. So either they're wrong or that wasn't the call that they made. They did signal a clip on Globe, but Miami has the football. Don't ask me to explain it.
And that's a big break for Miami there.
And the Vandals now looking to capitalize here. Yeah, that call makes no sense. So now, on that play, I believe that was Rodriguez on the carry. Gain of 5 on the play. And now the Vandals come out. 2nd down and a short 5. Castaneda inside, get balls loose. The Tigers had it, they don't have it, now they do. I believe, let's make sure. 3 guys fell on top of it and then couldn't get it. And did Miami get it back after all that? They did. Wow. 2 Tigers kind of over pursued the football instead of just falling on it. They jumped over it One guy was reaching for it first, the second guy jumped over it, and Miami gets the ball. So it ends up being a loss of 3 on the play. And with that, it is now 3rd and 7 from the 29-yard line of Miami. Still nothing, 5:04 to go, first quarter. Castaneda rolling to his right, looking, he's got a man over the middle, he sees him, and it's caught and then drilled at the 39-yard line. What a pop by the Globe Tigers. It's a first down, but I believe that is Clausen that had the big hit right there. Wow.
Yeah, Nathan Clausen really laid a big hit on him there, kept him from going anywhere else, but they got the first down.
That was Tarango on the catch. They got what, about, they needed 7, he got about 9. Wow. Well, there's your hit of the year so far. Big hit right there. So now, the Vandals with the first down. Handoff off the right side, big room, close to another first down for Miami. And this Miami crowd is getting pumped up right now. That's Rodriguez that goes through and picks up the nice gainer. The tackle is made by Chris Beal. And that's a tackle, Spencer, that Chris Beal doesn't want to make right there. He's hoping somebody else is making that one earlier.
That's right. When Chris Beal is tackling, that means it's usually 5 or 10 yards down the field.
4 first downs now for Miami as they move the football almost at midfield. Handoff right up the middle. Goss breaks a tackle. Finally driven down at the 37-yard line. A gain on the play of 14 yards. On the stop for the Globe Tigers, Brochu, I believe, and also Lincoln Hansen. Make that Kieran on the tackle. Perhaps both of them there. Pickup of 13. 1st and 10 Miami from the 35-yard line. Rush is heavy. Lotus pursuing. Can't get him. Castaneda throws in the run. It's incomplete as he went down the near side on a dump pass at the 25. Rodriguez was open in that little portion along the sideline, but the pass on the run, difficult to throw, and it's incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down. I'll tell you, Spencer, anybody that thought the Globe was going to run away with this game mistaken right now, because Miami's making a very respectable first quarter showing right here.
Yeah, I was one of them that thought Globe was going to run away, and so far Miami's had control of the game the whole first quarter.
Vandals mounting an impressive drive, and then after they appear to catch a break, they continue to mount an impressive drive. A long drive here in the first quarter. I just want to thank Glenn's Auto and Truck Repair on 50 North Broad Street, downtown Globe. Glenn's Auto and Truck Repair behind the teams here on 1240 KJ Radio. Appreciate Glenn's Auto and Truck Repair. And what do we have? A injury timeout or no? Or just a officials timeout? I think that's what it was. Some substitutions for the Tigers. So now, Miami coming out, 2nd down and 10. Globe in that 53 defense. Here's the inside handoff again. Surging forward is Goss. Pickup of about 7 on the play. And the Tigers have to do a better job right now controlling the middle. I mean, Globe and Miami as well pride themselves on controlling the trenches, and right now Miami's doing the job. 3rd down and 4 yards to go from the near side of the field. Split out to the far side is Ellis Heath in the ball game. Man in motion. That's Talgo, and I think somebody moved for Miami. And we'll check on that. We could be wrong, but dead ball. Offsides Globe. And I think Art had that. One of the Tiger linemen jumping off sides. So a 5-yard penalty, and that's the first penalty against Globe. Thought maybe the Tigers were drawn off, but they were not. Talgo was in motion, but that was perfectly legal. And that may have been what possibly drew the Tigers off their assignment. 1st and 10 now. Here's the handoff. Picking his way now is Goss. And on the play is The tackle is made by Robert Kieran. Goss going to pick up 5 yards. And Spencer, this is the Miami game plan right now. Give it to Goss and just let him run right up the middle.
And that's what he's doing. He's running right up the middle, and the Globe's having a hard time stopping him right now.
So we see 2nd and 5 now from the 20-yard line. Castaneda bumps into his own man. He might be dropped, and he is. He's sacked. Back at the 33-yard line. For the Globe Tigers, that's Kieran that stormed in and made the tackle. And that's what the Tigers needed right there, a big play to psych up the defense. A loss on the play of 11 yards. And the first time Castaneda has been sacked. And that's Kieran, as I said. So now it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 back at the 25. And now things tough for Miami as Tarango, Michael to the far side. And Tigers jump, and this is probably going to be offsides against the Tigers, and we'll see. And I'll tell you, that's twice right there. So Coach Donovich's going to make a substitution now. Early on in the season, a little aggressive, that kind of thing, but you can't have that here. So that's the 2nd offsides penalty for the Tigers against them. And now it's 3rd and 12 from the 26. Vandals break out. Ellis Heath now to the far side. Backs to the right of Castaneda. Wing to the near side. Roll out to the far side, being chased by Burke. Castaneda throws, it's incomplete, and I gotta tell you, I thought, in all objectivity, there might have been a little bit of contact there at about the 17-yard line. It goes as an incompletion, and Miami, we'll see what they do here. But it's 4th down. The football is at the 26. I don't think you're trying a 43-yard field goal here, but I think you're in a position now you probably just go for it. What do you think, Spencer?
I would say go for it.
Yeah. 4th and 11. Yeah, they're going to. Too long for a field goal. Why punt? What are you going to gain? If it goes, maybe a couple yards, might as well go. Try and set the tone. Castaneda rolls back. Got a man, Goss on the near side if he can get it to him. The coverage is good by Globe. Here's the pass. It's intercepted by Wander at the 5. Trying to go to the far side at the 10, the 15, and is taken down. And there's a penalty flag thrown in as Wander goes down at the 17-yard line, but an interception by the Globe Tigers. And I'll be honest, there's no way they can take this one away from Globe. Those flags came afterwards, and they better not call clipping again and take the ball away from Globe, because you can't do that. Legally, you can't do that. Let's see what the officials say here. Spencer, did you see anything?
No, I didn't.
The tackle made by Miami, I thought it was clean. Let's see what the officials have to say here. Here we go. Personal foul against Globe. Oh, man. And I'll be honest, I didn't see it, but that should be a post-possession foul. When the flag was thrown, that was post-possession. Globe already had the ball. Now, let's make sure this is the case. It all depends on the timing of when the penalty was called. If they call it before the interception while the ball is in the air, it's Miami's ball. But I don't think that's the case. It should be Globe's ball, but very deep in their own territory. Okay, yeah, they're going to walk it off here. It's at the 11, the spot of the foul. It's a half the distance penalty. About the 5-yard line is where the football will be placed. Yeah, so it's Globe football, I believe. Let's make sure here. Timeout called by Globe, and we'll sort it out as well. Miami indicating it may be their possession as their offense staying out on the field. And Coach Janovich coming out. We'll keep it here because I want to get a read on this. Look at the official talking to Coach Janovich. This is very confusing right now. And Spencer, did you see the flag come out before the interception was made?
I'm pretty sure the flags came out after the interception from what I saw.
So if it's after, it's Globe football. Yeah, and that's what it should be. So I think it is going to be Globe ball. Coach Jonovich talking to the officials. You can tell he's not happy right now. He is not a happy guy and just wants some clarification of what's happened here. And the Tigers coming in here to Miami, hostile territory. 1:31 left in the first quarter, still no score, and a real good ball game from a fan standpoint. We shall see here in a second. And yeah, it's going to be Globe football. So the Tigers will break out from about the 5-yard line. And we have the interception by Clausen for the Tigers. Then we have the personal foul on Globe. And that's a 5-yard penalty. So we've got it straight now. Wander, I'm sorry, that's right. Wander with the interception. And then the personal foul on the Tigers. Officials still talking with Coach Jonovich. And again, and as a coach, you want to let the officials know if you're not happy with some of the calls early on. And have them know you're there. So the Tigers back at their 5, working left to right. Miami band playing just below us to our right. We see Scott out there, Goslin the backs. Looks like I formation for Globe. Receiver split to the far side. That is Casillas, the tight end to the near side. Man coming in motion. Ball is loose, but falling on it is Lincoln Hansen at the 5-yard line. Miami saying they have it, but no, that was a late flag. The linesman has thrown a late flag from the near side. And let's see what this is. So we're getting a lot of penalties lately. Is this a personal foul against Miami? Yes, it is. Dead ball, personal foul against Miami. It might have been a late hit as the ball popped loose and Lincoln Hansen falling on it. So the play is no gain for Hansen. 15-yard penalty against Miami. That'll give Globe a first down. They're second of the game as they move the sticks. For Miami now, 3 penalties for 35 yards. And here come the Tigers. Moving off to the far side now. Scott with the football. Dave Hankins, Spencer Hansen with you on 1240 KJAA Globe. 1:09 remaining here in the first quarter as we wind down period number 1. Would have thought there would have been some points by now by either of these teams, and so far it's looking like that Arizona State game last night where nobody could score. ASU winning that one 10-7. And here Hansen hit after he hands off Goslin with the ball, and he goes off the left side and picks up, what, 2, maybe 3. Short gain on the play. Clock is stopped as a timeout was called. Oh, they got the first down. I'm sorry. Got the first down. And football at the 33-yard line. Here's a run up the middle, and it is Beal, I believe, who gets to the 41-yard line. And that's a pickup on the play of 8 for Beal. So the Tigers looking to mount a drive of their own here.
Globe needs a good drive right here to get momentum moving back in their way. Right now, it's all going in Miami's direction.
Here's a pitch to the near side. Beal looking for room. Breaks one tackle as he evades a defender. Trying to cut back up and has big yardage inside Miami territory. At the 37, there's a flag there. And it's probably going to be a face mask against Miami. As on the play, 21, let's see, 9, 19, 22-yard gain on the play for Beal. And I think you're going to see a face mask against Miami. Or is it a clip against Globe? It's a clip against Globe at the end of the play. You know, in that situation, it's usually against the defense that late of a call. But the officials saying clipping Globe. So Beal's 22-yard run comes back 15 yards. If that's the spot, they're calling the clip at the end of the run. So it'll still be a 7-yard pickup for the Tigers. And that's, let's see where they put it. The 7-yard pickup would be short of the first down. So they're going to back this up 15. It's at the 38. It should come back to about the 47. It would be a first down if it goes where it should. That's where it is, and that's still a first down. So it ends up being a 15-yard clip against Globe. Beal gets credit on the run for 7 yards. And that is the end of the first quarter here in Miami. 0-0 is the score. And let's make sure, oh, wait, they're going to run another play? Oh, that's right, you can't end the quarter on a penalty, so the Tigers will have to run a play. They let the clock tick off, but you can't end the play, can't end the quarter after a penalty. So, from the 46-yard line, Tigers in the I formation. Beal is a wing to the far side, receiver that way. Hansen rolls left. Beal, if he can get the pass to him, it's a little bit overthrown, and I'll tell you, Beal was breaking down the far side. The pressure was heavy on Lincoln Hansen by Adam Padilla. And if that pass was put up a little bit more air, Tigers might have had 6 right there, but the rush was heavy, didn't allow it. That's the end of the first quarter with the score, Globe 0, Miami 0. We're back in just a minute. We return 0-0 after 1 quarter. Again, Jared Dykes on the video here. Larry Hansen, I believe, is going field side, down along the field for filming purposes. Meanwhile, a reminder, Monday, Wednesday, 5 o'clock, Cable Channel 2 video replays of the Globe Tiger games all season long. I want to thank Cable 1 for their support of Tiger football, allowing us to air those broadcasts on the tape basis. So now the Tigers going right to left from the 47. Hansen, counter near side, and that's, I believe, Beal. Up across midfield to the 48-yard line. And that's actually Scott with the run. Got the 2-something, and again, I got new glasses not too long ago, but I'm still breaking them in a little bit. With these new uniforms, it'll be tough. Give me some time. I get used to seeing what these guys look like again, and I can tell physically who it is. Scott, obviously, a little bit smaller than Beal. Not much, but a little bit. So 5 yards for Scott. Second down. Make that third down. And about short 5. Officials delaying action for a moment. Receiver split to the near side for the Tigers. See Goslin in the backfield. 3-back set for Globe when play resumes. For the Tigers out of the wishbone now. Casilla stepped up for a second, looked back at the official. Now we're ready to go with the action. Once again, Beal cuts to the outside, breaks the tackle there. He turns on the speed. Castaneda misses a tackle. Beal cuts it back, still on his feet, lowers the head inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A great run right there of 35 yards by Chris Beal.
Yeah, that kid sure has some wheels on him. I remember watching him play when he was a freshman, and he broke away for a 40, 50-yard tackle. No one could catch him, and that was as a freshman.
I'll tell you, he made some guys miss. Castaneda looked like he had an angle on him around the 25 or 30, but Beal went right around them, basically cut back, and then just, as I said, powered up ahead. Great individual effort there, and some good blocking by the Tigers to get him into that position along the outside. Wishbone again for the Tigers. Hansen barking the signals. Hands off to the fullback, right up the middle. That's Goslin close to the 5-yard line. And a good gain. The offensive line right there, Spencer, doing the job for the Tigers. As Globe getting a nice surge right there. Pickup of 7 yards on the play for Goslin. I have that as his first rush tonight. 2nd and 3. Tigers looking to get on the board first here. Early second quarter at the Miami 5. Wishbone set again. Handoff this time to the halfback. That's Scott. And he'll go ahead to about the 3. And that's close to the first down, but I don't think he has it. I think he's just a tiny bit short. We'll give Scott 2 on the play. He is just short. 3rd and about a foot or 2 for the Tigers inside the Miami 4. Other action tonight Coolidge taking on Blue Ridge. We'll try and get you a score update on that later. San Carlos at Tombstone, another area action. Here's a surge by the line, and do they get to the end zone? It's going to be close. Tiger signaling touchdown, and the official says touchdown. So Globe getting on the score, but I believe that's Scott. That was Lincoln, I'm sorry, quarterback keeper right there. Lincoln Hansen with the touchdown. And the Tigers get on the scoreboard first. So it's Lincoln Hansen with what, a 4-yard touchdown run. And it looks like Scott, who will be doing the PAT attempts. 6-0 Globe. And now we have an official's whistle. So again, at the 9:48 mark, Hansen, 4-yard touchdown run. And now there's this penalty against Miami, because if it is, the Tigers may elect to try and run it in offsides against Miami. So they'll move it from the 3 to the 1.5. Half the distance penalty. And now the Tigers say, heck, if you're going to move it a little closer for us, we're going to try and get it in for 2, it appears here. Now they'll line up. And they will go for 2. Tigers have an extra man on the field, got to get him off in time. And they do. 3-back set, and there's officials whistle. It might be delay of game against Globe. They took an awful lot of time, some confusion there. They had to wait for one of the men to get off the field. And this may mean they're going to kick the extra point after all. There we go. This should be delay of game. Yep. So 5 yards, the penalty against Globe. And for the Tigers now, that is their 5th penalty. 9:48 to go here in the second quarter. Globe just scoring, making it 6-0, and now we should see Scott, I would expect, for the PAT. And there's the official talking with the Tigers here. And now we're just about ready for play. And the Tigers still are going to go ahead and try and go for the 2 points. Chance Williams, we're told, in the backfield. Here's Beal. He's not going to get it. He only got about 2-3 yards. And the Tigers, was there a flag on the play? Appears there was. And let's pick up who this is on. Officials talking. Now the referee coming over. Face mask Miami. So let's move it back the other way. Now this is, what, a half the distance penalty. It's not 5 yards because we're going towards the end zone from the 6. It's half the distance. So this is a 3-yard penalty against Miami, down to the 3. Like I said, it's a personal face mask. So a 3-yard penalty. And the Tigers will try it again. This is the longest extra point attempt we've ever seen. What, 4 or 5 tries now we're going to see it. And now Miami's offsides. I'd say that Goss slightly mistimed the Tigers snap right there, as he just flat out ran into the Globe backfield right there. Nobody had moved. I don't know. But it's going to be another 1.5-yard penalty. And what is this, the 5th try, I think?
Yeah, I think it is the 5th try. It's the longest extra point attempt I've ever seen.
That's right. So 1.5-yard penalty against Miami for offsides. Let's try it again now. Here's a quarterback keeper, and I think they're in. Yes, touchdown, or excuse me, 2-point conversion, Tigers. So excited after we finally got that play to run. And Hansen taking it in for the 2-point conversion. It's 8-0 in favor of Globe with 9:48 to go here in the second quarter. Let's take a short break. We'll be back right after this. 1240 KJ Radio. We are back. Globe Tigers on the scoreboard, 8-0. as Miami early in the game, moving the football well, but then the Tigers able to do some good work themselves, keyed largely by that 35-yard run by Chris Beal. So now, for Miami, looks like Anthony Castaneda back, Oliver Talgo, and also for the Vandals, I believe that's Johnny Tarango on the near side. Ball bounces up, Tarango coming up on it, picks it up at about the 12, to the 15, juking around the 20, and nothing there as he gets maybe across the 20, about to the 22. That's where he was stopped up. Tigers converging right there, and I think that was Josh Maxwell the whole way, who came in from the left side and just took him right down. So 1st and 10 in favor of the Vandals. So Miami has the football, and with 9:42 to go, it's Miami's turn to see if they can get some offense going here. The way things are going, I would never expect in a Globe Miami game that 8 points is going to hold up, but who knows? It's still very early. Let's see if Miami can get some offense here. Here's a handoff up the middle, and that looks like Goss again. It is. For the Tigers in there, looks like Burke. I believe Lincoln Hansen was in there a little bit as well at the end of the play. 2nd down and 5. Goss now 8 carries, 46 yards. From the near side of the field. And in motion again is Talgo. Castaneda rolling to his left. Looks to option it off, and it's going to be bobbled. It's a free ball. The Tigers look like they're going to throw it back at the 15, and they do. Let's see if we can pick up who that is for the Globe Tigers, and that's Burke, I believe, that came up with the football. It is for the Globe Tigers. So the Tigers right there, just a bad option pitch. A little bit behind the man. You could see Spencer with the Tiger pressure. That might have been a problem. They kind of forced the issue right there.
It looked like one of the Tiger defenders might have batted the ball away when it was pitched.
That's exactly what did happen. You're exactly right. And then Burke with the fumble recovery. So Miami loses the fumble there. Tigers now 1st and 10 from the 16 from the right hash. Hansen, play fake, pass down the far side, it's caught! Touchdown Globe! Great hookup by the Globe Tigers right there as the pass goes to Josh Maxwell. Floated up beautifully by Lincoln Hansen in the near corner, just outside the pylon about 1 yard, and he went in the rest of the way with the defender on him, and the Tigers have scored again. Good hookup right there. 16-yard touchdown pass. So less than a minute after Globe got the first touchdown, they get another. And this time, it's Hansen to Maxwell. PAT coming by Scott. Let's see if we can get this one on the first try without any penalties. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, the kick looks good, and it is good. Officials walk up to the back of the end zone and tell us 14, make it 15-0 in favor of the Globe Tigers. 8:50 to go here in the second quarter. Let's take a break. We're back with more second quarter action in just a bit. We return, and all of a sudden a offensive explosion in the last minute. Tigers have scored twice. And with that, I want to take the opportunity to thank Ortega's Shoes behind the Tigers and other area teams. Walk in comfort and style with athletic footwear or ladies fashion casuals from Ortega's Shoes, 150 North Broad Street in historic downtown Globe. You'll always find a large selection of athletic footwear and apparel in the area. Don't miss the back to school sale going on now at Ortega Shoes, downtown Globe. We thank Ortega Shoes supporting the Tigers here on AM 1240 KJ Radio. Don't forget, R&R Pizza sponsoring our player of the game. As we'll be announcing that at the conclusion of this game, we'll start thinking of a couple names as this game goes on. We'll do that each week, and then we'll argue amongst ourselves. And then we'll see who wins out. Here's a high kick. As Alp with that kick to the 5, and now it's dropped. The knee is down. Tarango down at the 7, and that's where Miami will have the ball. They'll spot it at the 8. Tarango with the football, bobbled it momentarily. Johnny Tarango picked it up, put his knee down to get his footing, and you are down once your knee touches the ground, even without contact. This is not the NFL. As soon as the knee's down, you are down. And Coach Jonovich saying, the way that Alp's kicking the ball, his goal, he knows he can probably kick it into the end zone. He wants to kick it to about the 5, maybe yard line, and just pin them inside the 20. And, not necessarily wanting just the 20. Try and put him inside, and it works right there. As Miami will start deep in their own territory. Football about the 9-yard line. Castaneda now. Hands off to Goss, breaks one tackle, and then I believe that's Burke who makes the tackle for the Globe Tigers off the right side. Good tackle there by Burke. Not going to allow anybody to get by him right there. On the play, pickup of 4 yards for Goss. 9 attempts, 50 yards. Castaneda 1 for 5 passing for 9 yards and an interception. And trailing by 15 points, Miami's probably going to have to start using that passing game a little bit. Unless they can get the running game going on this drive right here, as they had earlier. Here's Rodriguez, who is straightened up and dropped at the 15-yard line for the Globe Tigers. I think that was Lotus who made the stop. Nice tackle there. So 3rd down and 4. Rodriguez with a pickup on the play of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 4, as I said. 15-0 Globe here in Miami, this season opener. From just outside the 15, Talgo goes in motion. It's the inside give, nothing there, absolutely nothing. And coming up from the pile for the Globe Tigers, that looks like Brown, also Lotus once again. And coming out of there also for the Globe Tigers is going to be Earl Russell. Yeah, that's who it was. So 4th and 4. 4th and 4. So no gain on the play. And the Vandals will punt. From their 15-yard line is where the snap will be. Here's the kick. It's a spiraling kick, bouncing out of bounds about the 35-yard line. And Globe will take that because that's going to be about a 19-yard punt. It was at the 16. Where are they going to say it went out of bounds? 16 to the 36. It's a 20-yard punt by Miami. Reese Weaver with the punt.
I saw a clip down there by a Globe player. They've already been called for a few of that, although they didn't get caught in this one. They're going to have to watch that.
I think both teams early on first game making some mistakes, and the officials letting some of the stuff go on both sides. That's good to see as long as they're consistent. I don't have a problem with that. So the Tigers now with good field position again at the Miami 37-yard line. Hansen wide open on the far side. Ball is caught, I believe, at the 20. Yes, down at the 21-yard line by Clausen, who slides down as the ball, I believe, was a tiny bit behind him. But Clausen was able to catch it as he was going down. And it's a nice gainer for the Globe Tigers.
Yeah, that ball was underthrown a bit, but Clausen did a good job of getting down and scooping that ball up before it could touch the ground.
14-yard hookup for the Tigers. Clausen now 2 receptions for 24 yards. And here's some bumping by the Tiger quarterback and fullback is holding on to the football is going to be Hansen. He'll go down for a loss. Little miscommunication right there. Loss on the play of about 3. Midway point almost of the second quarter. Your station for high school sports, AM 1240, KJ Radio. Officials timeout now as The Tigers ready to go, and is that, yeah, it is. In there for the Globe Tigers right now, Jacob McBride, split to the near side. 3-back set. I mentioned the officials' timeout. The Tigers ready to run the play, and there's a delay over on the far side. Now the official said, let's go. Wishbone set, Globe receiver to the near side. Counter, give it off to Beal. Beal picking his way up ahead and gets inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. It's Chris Goss with the stop, the initial hit for Miami.
27, Chris Beal on the carry, brought down by
The lines for Globe, both offensively and defensively, have been picking it up a lot here in the second quarter, doing a lot better than they did in the first. I think they just had a little bit of butterflies and a bit nervous, but they're really playing how people expected them to right here.
Pick up on the play for Beal of about 6. 56 yards on 4 carries for Beal. Tigers taking some time in the huddle here. Now they break out. 3rd down and 7 for Globe. Eye set, man in motion, and there's going to be a flag as Scott was going in motion. It's delay of game against the Globe Tigers, and that's now the 6th penalty against Globe. So we saw a little bumping on the last play on the handoff, and now we see a delay of game. And yeah, it's the first game. And now we get a timeout called by Miami. And with that, we will take a timeout as well. 5:11 to go here in the second quarter. 15-0 Globe leading Miami. We're back in just a bit. Globe Tigers leading by a score of 15-0. 3rd and 11 after the timeout. They need to get to the 11-yard line. Wander split out. Misdirection, option it off. It's going to go to the near side, and lowering the head is going to be Scott inside the 15 to about the 14, short of the first down. Actually a 9-yard gain for Scott. We have a down Vandal. Scott with a nice run there. You know, he's not a real big guy, but he made a nice run for Miami, who was temporarily shaking up Adam Padilla. Good to see he's okay. He's going to jog off on his own power on the near side as Padilla coming off the field.
That was a good play there by Lincoln Hansen. He got tangled up and was able to get one arm loose and pitch that ball out to his running back.
So 4th and 3 Globe, and could this be? Let's see what the Tigers do here. They're gonna go here. We will not see a field goal attempt, which would be about, what, 31 yards. But they're going to go here on 4th and 3. Give it to Beal. Needs a block. Breaks a tackle, and he looks like he's going to have the first down just inside the 10-yard line. Good job by the Globe offensive line. I see Burke out there leading the way, and then Beal kind of just picks his way through and finds enough room to get the first down. 5 carries, 60 yards now for Beal. First down number 7 for the Globe Tigers. Clock continues to run. 4:23 to go in the second quarter. Clausen out wide near side. Man-to-man coverage here. And here's a quarterback keeper. Hansen surging straight up ahead on the quarterback keeper to about the 5. Pick up on the play of nearly 4 for Lincoln Hansen. And now we have another down Vandal.
Lincoln Hansen is a big quarterback. He's 6'1", weighing in at about 195 pounds. And he can get that ball and put it right up the middle and be able to push some people around in there.
And you know this because, as I said, being his brother, I mean, he worked hard in the offseason, put on some weight.
Yeah, he has grown bigger than me, but I can still get him.
All right. And hopefully the Miami player here is okay. We're not able to tell who it is, as the coaches from Miami huddling around him. But as we look at the Globe bench over on the far side, and while this is an intense contest here, obviously nobody wants to see anybody get hurt, and the Tigers, I'm sure, concerned as well for their teammates. And I mean, many of these guys know each other and are good friends. Rivalry game, but off the field, it's a different story. Next week, once again, we will be in Globe the home opener against the Snowflake Lobos. And that's a 7 o'clock start. We'll be on the air hopefully right around the time we were on tonight, about 6:35. I think that worked out pretty well. But after that, Tigers will have Canyon State Academy. And you're saying, who is Canyon State Academy? Well, that's the renamed Arizona Boys Ranch. After the slight problems that they had, they renamed the school, and they are still going to be playing against the Globe Tigers. And then we'll head to our first out-of-town game, San Manuel, on the 22nd. Kind of got the good schedule this year, as the only real far road game is Sahuarita, and that's at the end of the season.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of home games this season. This next one coming up, so Snowflake is going to be a tough one. Snowflake's always, all those East teams are always tough, and always produce good teams, and it's going to be a good test for the Tigers to see what kind of team they have this year going into conference play.
And for Miami, that is Lee Van Drome, and it's good to see him walking off. See Don Wilson there, off to his right, our left. So it's a physical game, and you're going to have some guys that are going to get shaken up, and we've seen that happen already. A couple here from Miami early on. And one of the things, that was what Coach Stringy was saying in the interview. We were injury-free in practice, injury-free in the scrimmage that he was real happy with, but so far, little, hopefully minor things from Miami. Nothing serious. Like I said, as I think that's Coach Stringy now over there on the sideline talking to the official. Tigers have had a couple of injuries, nothing really serious. But, and I should mention this now, as I made a point that I would do this. Jason Ramos talked to me in practice, so you have to mention, you know, I've had this problem with my knee. Otherwise, I'd be out there, everything else. And I said, okay, I'll mention it for you. He says he'll be back. He's out for the year, but he's still, you know, helping out on the sidelines and everything with the team. And said he'll be back for baseball season. So that's good. Want to make sure to mention that. So we're just about set to continue.
That's good to see those players like that. They may not be able to contribute out in the field, but they still feel as they're part of the team, and they still help the team out with their moral support.
So the Tigers now second down from the 5. Beal is going to be hit and drilled back. And for Miami, that's Goss. Goss says, no way, not on this carry. And it's a 4-yard loss for Chris Beal. And that'll bring up now third down. I was talking about Jason Ramos, and that was a meniscus cartilage deal is what the problem was. An MRI, and gonna have surgery on it, it appears. So hopefully that'll work out well for him. 3:07 to go, clock running. 3rd and 7 for Miami. 3rd and goal, actually. Here is the handoff, and the pile going forward towards the goal line. And a nice run for the Tigers on the play. And Lincoln Hansen with the carry. What do you get on that? About 5 yards, I believe. 5 yards for Lincoln Hansen. I'm keeping stats at the same time, so bear with me here. As I think I got most of it so far. First game, like I said, we're settling in. 4th and goal from the 1. Counter near side, not going to happen. Miami coming up on the play is Talgo, and he knocks down the Tiger at the 4-yard line. It looks like Scott, it is. A loss on the play of 3 yards for Scott. And it'll be Miami football, and Spencer right there. That's a good defensive stop by the Miami Vandals, and maybe something they can build upon.
That was a good stop by Talgo. He read that just perfectly, came forth and hit the Globe running back before he could even cross scrimmage. And yeah, right, they can build upon that.
So 1st and 10 for Miami. At the half, we'll look at the KJ Sports schedule for the remainder of the weekend, talk college football perhaps. Here's a run, nice run by Rodriguez as he cuts back up through the middle to close to the 15-yard line and close to a first down. The stop for the Globe Tigers looks like Kieran on the tackle. A gain of 9 for Rodriguez. That's only the 4th time he's touched the ball tonight. It's been Goss with 10 attempts already. And Miami has completed one pass tonight. Here is the rush up the middle, and the Tigers bottle it up. And there's nothing there. As the Tiger pile just shoving everybody back, and looks like for Globe, Earl Russell there, and also Jeff Bender on the stop. Second down after the basically no gain right there. Oh, they're going to say first down. First down number 6 for Miami. So they continue now with the football. Here's Rodriguez. Nice tackle there by Brochu at the 18-yard line. The play picks up about 3 for Rodriguez.
Brochu came in hard from the side there and gave him a nice good hit.
Second down, long 6 for Miami. 53 seconds to go. Miami's going to have to hurry here. There's not a lot of time left. Breaking a tackle is Talgo, cutting up the middle field, and goes across the 25 for a first down to the 27-yard line. Gain on the play of 8 yards for Talgo. First down number 8 for Miami. Daniel Hernandez on the stop for Globe. The clock will stop as they move the chains after the first down, but 44 seconds, not a lot of time here. With the football back at your 27, 28-yard line, called the 27, and a timeout is called by Miami. I was told the officials are going to be mic'd tonight, but they have not really obliged at all tonight with turning on the microphone. I believe that Miami used a timeout earlier, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe they have one more left. And Miami wants the quick timeout, and Globe says, we kind of want to use this timeout. You guys called it, but we're going to use it. And if both teams agree, they can continue action, but Globe says, You can't blame them. Why not? Opponent calls the timeout. Use the time to rest your defense right here. 44 seconds to go second quarter. 15-0 Globe. Dave Hagen, Spencer Hansen with you here on 1240 KJAA Globe.
Look for Miami to pass right here with only 44 seconds left in the half. They need to come up with some big plays to try to make something of this last drive.
And the problem that Miami's had is, like I said, they had the one completion to Tarango, but you got to wonder, is Castaneda just getting a little gun shy as far as throwing after that interception by Wander? But you're right, he's got to put the ball up here if Miami's going to have a chance of scoring with so little time left. Miami does want to get something before the break, if at all possible. Tigers again with that 5-man front 53 defense. Here's the handoff now to Rodriguez. Bounces to the outside and is tripped up. And there's a late flag as the tackle was made by Lincoln Hansen. But with the ball carrier going down at the 35,
Number 51, Adam Padilla.
it is going to be a personal foul against Globe.
Personal foul against the Tigers.
So Rodriguez coming up on the play with an 8-yard run. And then you have a 15-yard penalty that'll be tacked on here for a personal foul. I think it's a late hit, if I'm not mistaken, against Globe.
That's a good break for Miami. Not only did they get a gain there, but they also got the clock stopped and the 15-yard penalty.
And it puts the football close to midfield. Just 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Miami coming up to the line quickly. Official stepping out, the umpire backing out of there now, behind the Globe linebackers. Now they start the clock, ready for play. And Miami not on the same page here. The right side of that offensive line of Miami all jumping and moving. And this is going to be illegal procedure against Miami. So for the Vandals, that is their 6th penalty for 44 yards. And the clock is running here. And Miami, I don't think, is aware of it because they're taking an awful long time. As the clock continues to run, they're just running a normal play. And about half the times, there's only 19 seconds left in the second quarter. inside give. Goss pushed up ahead to the 50. That's going to get 5 yards, but now Miami realizes, and they call a timeout with 8 seconds to go. But that's not what Miami wanted right there. I firmly don't believe that Miami was aware that the clock was running in that situation. So that was a 6-yard gain for the Vandals on that play.
There's 8 seconds left. They're on the 50-yard line. Vandals are going to have to pass, come up with a big play here to end this first half.
Miami's run the ball well on the ground, and right there, I think they thought with the penalty the clock would stop, but it does not. Especially when the penalty is against that team. So second down, which really is irrelevant at this point, second down and 9 with 8 seconds to go. That's what is relevant. 8 seconds to go in the second quarter. And the Vandals huddling up. Now breaking out of the huddle as the Tigers, their defensive huddle broken. Looks like Coach Fall, assistant coach Fall in charge of defense, doing a great job. Heading off the field. So Castaneda now with the wing T set, drops back. Here's the rush and a sack by the Globe Tigers. That is going to be Bender, I believe, for the Globe Tigers. Jeff Bender with the sack to end the first half. As a loss on the play of what? 5, 10, about 15 yards or more, about 18 yards on the play is the loss. And that'll do it for the first half. So the Globe Tigers will end up with the halftime lead of 15-0 as both teams heading off the field. The official still standing at the center of the field. And I don't think there was a call of any kind, so that should do it for the first half as both teams now officially head off. The cheerleaders coming on the field. At the end of the first half, the score, the Globe Tigers 15, Miami nothing. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We return as we roll tape here.
I'll tell you, there's ASU Sun Devil tickets in there.
And also in the studio as well.
Gift certificate for a restaurant.
15-0 halftime score. The captain's meeting at the center of the field.
There's a pair of My Dirty Sweat socks.
And want to correct one thing I said before. The Dodgers and the Phillies, if I said Monday, it's actually Sunday, the Dodgers and the Phillies in LA. And that's following that Raiders-Chargers game at 1:15. So that's the weekend schedule. And I want to thank Shane back in the studio. The Mountain West Conference, I believe he said, is what the Utah Utes are in. Not a good guess, just wasn't right. So Miami's set to kick the football off. Left to right. The Globe Tigers will get the football.
Look for Globe to have a big return on this. They have some good talented, speedy backs back there.
For the Tigers, Clausen back far side. Wander back on the near side. Reese Reaver will kick off for Miami. Officials whistle, ready for play. Here's the kick. It's a good kick, straight down the center of the field, taken at the 10-yard line. And that's by Clausen. Tries to find a hole. Maneuvers up ahead across the 30 to the 34-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will have the ball. 1st and 10 to begin the third quarter. Then right to left goes Globe. White shirts, black pants. Miami green shirts, white numbers, white pants. 1st and 10 from the 35. And let's see, pretty much the same Earl Russell out there on the line for the Tigers. Make sure there are no changes for Globe. Split out far side is Nate Clausen. Still Lincoln Hansen there at quarterback to start the second half. Wishbone set for the Tigers. Miami in the 53. Hansen is going to be sacked by Goss back at the 27. He just blew in and sacked Lincoln Hansen.
There was no avoiding that right there. He flew in fast and got Lincoln.
Loss on the play of just about 6 yards.
It looked like Lincoln was dropping back for a pass also.
Tigers quickly out of the huddle. leading this game by a score of 15-0. Again, same set, receiver to the far side from the right side of the field. Counter to the near side, running into his own man and still going forward, and then I believe getting a face mask is going to be Scott as he looked to be pulled down by the face mask at the 35-yard line, down by what was the original line of scrimmage a moment ago before the sack. So let's see what this is going to be. I'm pretty sure it's got to be a face mask against Miami. Official facing us, still hasn't given an indication yet. He's thinking about it. Holding Miami. Face mask Miami. Well, I got one of them, and apparently there were 2 violations. And the bigger one here, now remember, they want the officials to discriminate between the 5 and the 15-yard variety in the new rule book. That's what they want them to start calling more of that. That's an emphasis in this year's rules. Just got my new rule book. And they want to go ahead, and if the 15-yarder is there, they want the officials to call it and not be afraid to like they were in the past when it used to be 15 when it was a minor violation. So now they have true freedom to call either one. Let's see. I imagine Globe, well, they haven't walked this off yet. The Tigers have broken out of the huddle. If it's 15, it's going to be the face mask. It's going to be the 10-yard variety, so it was an inadvertent face mask call, 10-yard holding penalty against Miami. And the Tigers with the football, a first down as a result of the penalty. And now we have the Tigers breaking out and the official signaling first down. And the penalty declined, the second penalty declined. The hold is the one that was taken, the bigger penalty. Instead of the 5-yarder, they take the 10-yarder. Now we're ready, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Hansen fakes, rolls off the right side, up ahead, close to midfield, gets to the 49, pickup of about 4 yards. And that'll be second down, about 6 for the Tigers.
Hansen was able to shed the first tackler coming up, showed his size there, was able to get past him and get a few more yards.
Early moments, early minutes of the second quarter. Receiver to the near side, I formation now, Globe. Slot to the near side. Hansen rolls out to his right, steps up, penalty flag thrown. Hansen taken down by Goss at midfield. Let's see what the flag is back at the 49. Towards the far hash, there is a penalty flag, and it's holding against Globe. And the spot of the foul, let's see where they're going to mark it off from, is the 48-yard line. That's where it was. So on the play, you're going to have what should be the gain of 3 and the penalty of 10. Let's see what they do here. Okay. So it is actually they're going to just, it's going to be the 10-yard penalty. So it's 2nd and 15, so erase the play. Second down for the Tigers from their own 40-yard line. Wishbone set, Hansen gives it off. Pyle going forward across the initial line of scrimmage of the 45 to about the 46. That's Scott on the carry, picking up 6. Scott now with 6 carries for 27 yards.
Aaron Burke did a good job of blocking right there. He was out in front of everyone, making some room for the running back coming through.
3rd and 9 for the Globe Tigers. And the ball is loose temporarily. I think the Tigers pick it up, but they're not going to get anything here. That ball did come loose, am I correct?
Yeah, it looked like it did. It looked like Lincoln recovered it right back again. This isn't looking to be a good drive for the Tigers right off the bat. It's not the way they wanted to get started.
That's exactly right. Tigers wanted to move the football themselves. Now Miami looking like they will get the football back as it's 4th and 9. And we'll say no gain on the play. Dropping back is Beal for the Tigers. Snap is in the hands of Beal, gets off a good kick after a good rush. It's taken at the 24, and a fair catch is called for there by Castaneda, as Miami with a good rush by Javen Badia.
That was a nice punt by Chris Beal. Although I do think Castaneda had time to run it, the fair catch wasn't necessary.
And the punt was what, from the 50, I believe, or 45? 45-yard line of Globe. So with the fair catch, 5 and 25, 30 yards, 31 yards, make it 30 even on the punt by Beal. I think you're right. Fair catch probably was not necessary. But Miami with the football. In motion is Talgo. Ball loose on the ground at the 24. I think Miami got back on it. They did. So another fumble. It's getting a little bit sloppy here right now. Fumble on the exchange. Loss of 1 on the play. And Castaneda's rushing totals now at minus 20 after the fumble on the exchange. Here is Rodriguez picking his way. Nice hole. Gets close to the first down. And now a late flag is tossed in.
That was a nice run by Rodriguez following his blockers and cutting through the middle.
The gain on the play was about make it 11 yards, right at the stick for Rodriguez. Dead ball, personal foul, Globe. So this is going to be an 11-yard gain for Rodriguez, which is a first down in itself. And then you're going to tack on another 15 yards, which is another nice pickup for the Vandals, moving the football. Official telling us again, 15-yard personal foul. You have these late hits, and I've always said I don't care for late hits. I'll say that to anybody. Whistle blows, that's it. I just hate to see it from any team. Here's Rodriguez picking his way through, gets inside the 45 and close to the 41-yard line. Rodriguez with a gain of 9 yards. And right now, Spencer, we saw it in the first half, the Miami running game getting going again.
That's right, exact same way Miami started out in the first quarter. They're starting out here again, and Globe's gonna have to come up with some big stops because Miami could have easily scored in that first quarter. Luckily for the Tigers that they didn't.
Chance Williams going off the field for the Tigers. See Wander Clausen, the secondary for the Tigers. Beal up there as well. And now the handoff goes to Goss. He's got the first down. Pickup of 3 by Chris Goss. And another first down for the Vandals. First down number 12. 7.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Globe leading 15-0, but Miami mounting a drive. They need to get something on this possession with the momentum they have right now. They need to get something. Castaneda play fake, rolling to his left. He's got 2 men out there. Now he's going to go deep. He's wide open as Talgo, and it's caught at the 10, the 5, and he will score. Talgo was wrestled down at about the 3-yard line, but he fell forward. The football touched the goal line, and that is a touchdown. So the play will go, 38 yards for a touchdown. Talgo with the reception.
Yeah, he was wide open. Someone blew their coverage there. Talgo was wide open, and all he had to do was catch it.
38 yards to Talgo. He was waiting for it to get there. It did get there. You know, I was surprised Castaneda didn't go to the left side, and there was a reason, because he saw a man wide open, a little bit deeper, and for 6. And now 15-6, and here the conventional wisdom is you go for the P18 now, and if you need the 2-point conversion later to tie, you go for it later. So Miami will try the extra point. Here's Weaver's kick. It's up. It looks good, and it is good. So Weaver with the P18.
Give credit to Castaneda, that touchdown. He had 2 open receivers on the left side, but he looked for his other option and found the other receiver wide open right by the 5-yard line all by himself.
So that makes the score 15-7 in favor of Globe. Let's keep it here.
Just like that, the score is cut in half. You can see how fast this can turn around.
So here early in the third quarter, Miami on the 38-yard pass from Castaneda to Talgo, and then the PAT by Weaver has made it 15-7. Exactly what we said. If Miami gets on the scoreboard, look out. I think we're in for an exciting final quarter and a half here.
Globe needs to have a big drive here to stay in control of this game.
So now Weaver will kick off from his 40-yard line. This kick is up, and this is a better kick as it's taken at the 10-yard line by Clausen. Starts to his right, 15, 20, 25. Oh, what a big hit by the Tigers as Clausen gets to about the 28-yard line, but you could hear it from up here. There was some pads popping, shoulder pads there popping on the far sideline. And we watch the Tigers. That was Wander that got into it a bit there with a lot of contact. He looks to be okay. For the Tigers, see Casillas coming off the field. 1st and 10 Globe. I think that's Kelly Hyde. It is split to the near side. 5'11", 160-pound senior. Wishbone set otherwise for Globe. Receiver to the far side as well. Hansen drops back, play fake, tosses it off to the near side to Beal. 2-man conversion on. He goes by Talgo and then is thrown forward on the hit from behind by Miami's Adam Padilla. And while that's a big hit, Spencer, the Tigers will take the 8 yards.
That's right. Miami did have a big hit there, which got the fans going here, but it did give the Tigers 8 yards and close to a first down.
Make it 9 officially as they move it up a little bit. So Globe will have 2nd and short. Eight-point lead. Globe pulled off the upset in 93. Miami trying to do it here. Here's the give, and it's going to be first down yardage for the Tigers. As short gain. Scott with the ball carry for Globe. Pickup of what, 3 or so. Now 7 carries, 30 yards. Taking some time. Tigers break out. Tight set with a receiver to the far side. And here's, guess what, an official's whistle. Haven't had too many of those tonight as the ball went to Beal. Let's check this one out. Waiting. Official says dead ball, offsides, Miami. So a 5-yard penalty against the Vandals. And it is 1st and 5 now for the Globe Tigers from their own 48-yard line. From the near side. Hansen, play fakes, rolls off to his right, looks to option off, keeps it himself though, and fumbles the football. And Miami might have it at the 37-yard line. No, Globe does. I think that Beal got on the football. And it is going to be Beal. Yes, Beal fell on the football.
That was a lucky break by the Tigers. It looked like nothing but green jerseys around there, but Beal got in somehow and fell on the football.
It ends up being, let's see, where was the initial line of scrimmage? I believe was what, the 45? If I'm not mistaken, thereabouts. So it ends up being a nice game of 18 yards for Hansen. And a first down for the Globe Tigers. I set. And the handoff goes right up the middle. And is that a keeper right there? It is, by Lincoln Hansen. So Hansen takes it himself, and the pile ahead now, close to another first down. What do you get, about 8? Yeah, Lincoln Hansen with 8 yards. Again, credit that offensive line for the Globe Tigers. 2nd down and 2, and now they're going with sort of a hurry up here. Waiting for the officials to let them get the play off. I set, slot, receiver to the near side, tight end to the far side. Play fake, pump fake, throw it far side, Clausen intercepted. Intercepted by Castaneda across the 15 to 20. Knocked out of bounds there by Scott, but there's a flag back at the 8-yard line. It appears to be after the interception, which would mean it's Miami ball. And the flag might be against the Globe Tigers. It should be Miami ball. Let's make sure.
The flags were after the interception. That was a nice interception by Castaneda.
It's a clip against Miami, so Miami will keep the ball. Although you never know, because remember last time they took the ball away from, whoa, don't ask me why they did, but the correct ruling here is it's Miami ball, and what would be a half the distance penalty back towards Miami's goal line. But the interception by Castaneda.
It wasn't necessarily a bad throw by Hansen. Castaneda leaped up in the air and grabbed that while it was before it fell into the receiver's hands. Tough break for the Tigers.
So Miami will have the ball. 1st and 10. We have the, what was it, about a 10-yard clipping penalty. That's what it is. 10th penalty against Miami. 4 penalties in this half against the Vandals for 40 yards. 4:01 to go, 3rd quarter, 15-7 Globe. But Miami, after getting the touchdown in this quarter, now with the football back, a long way to go. And now the lead official coming over to the near sideline to talk to Coach Stringy about something. Down along the near sideline. As soon as that gets taken care of, we'll continue here. And it is taken care of, is it or not? The officials waving, yeah, they're still talking about it. Miami's coming out of the huddle. I want to thank Ortega's Shoes. Walk in comfort and style with athletic footwear or ladies fashion casuals from Ortega's Shoes, 150 North Broad Street in historic downtown Globe. You'll always find the largest selection of athletic footwear and apparel in the area. Don't miss the back-to-school sale going on now at Ortega's Shoes. We thank Ortega Shoes, downtown Globe, supporting the Tigers here on 1240 KJ Radio. So they still haven't resolved this yet. Now they have. The referee jogging back over, and I think he's going to go and talk to Coach Jonovich here and sort this out. Remember, we'll be having Snowflake in Globe next week, and let's be honest here, the Tigers have not played a wonderful game here tonight. If they're going to beat a team like Snowflake, you're going to have to play better than they have so far tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to iron out some of these wrinkles that they have here, because they're not playing like the team that most people expected them to be.
Preseason rankings, whether it be the White Mountain people you talk to on the internet or something like that, and they put Snowflake up there, Charlotte up there, Blue Ridge up there, of course. Tigers and Coolidge are the most common teams you see in the upper echelon of the rankings. And I think they finally got this resolved. And we'll have a player of the game, R&R Pizza, sponsoring our player of the game. We'll, like I said, be deciding that in just a little bit at the conclusion of this game. Fairly long game here tonight, with a lot of penalties. That lengthens the contest. So here we go. 1st and 10, Miami from their 4-yard line. Left to right they go. Castaneda gives off up the middle, and decent yardage. Ball's loose. The ball came loose at the 14, and Globe has it. The Globe Tigers have the football, and was that And I believe for the Globe Tigers, that is going to be Hernandez. It is, that recovers the fumble for the Globe Tigers.
That's right. He looked to be the smallest guy in the field out there, and he came up with the fumble in the middle of all those big men.
So a costly loss of the football there by Miami. And now the Globe Tigers looking to cash in right here. I mean, that was about, what, a 9-yard run. But the Tigers with the football. Hansen fakes, options it off. Beal has the football, stiff arms the opponent. That's Tarango and goes into the end zone. Touchdown Globe. What an individual effort there by Chris Beal.
That was a nice play altogether. Lincoln Hansen took the ball and pitched it kept the ball as long as he could and pitched it as soon as the tackler came. Beal came around, stiff-armed 2 defenders and made it in the corner of the end zone.
You're exactly right. I mean, Lincoln Hansen right there, rolling along the line, and at the exact right moment made the perfect pitch to Beal. And then Beal after that with the stiff arm on Tarango, getting into the end zone. Good play all around there for the Globe Tigers. That's when you run an option like that, that's how it's got to work. Release the ball at the last possible second.
Exactly.
Here comes the PAT attempt by Scott. It's up. I don't think he got this one. I think it's going to go wide left, and it did. So the PAT attempt is no good, and that keeps it a 14-point ball game, 2-touchdown contest. 21-7 is our score with 3:36 to go here in the third quarter. Let's take a short break. We'll be back right after this. 3:36 remaining in the third quarter. The Globe Tigers on a 14-yard touchdown run by Chris Beal have gone ahead here by a larger margin, by a score of 21-7, and the PAT no good. Now the Tigers will kick off. Here's Alp with the kickoff. It goes to the 8-yard line as backpedaling. Vandals with the football, and getting up to maybe the 20 is Robbie Pastor. Scott with the tackle, and there is a flag on the field. Is that a face mask against Globe? Yes, it is. Face mask against the Globe Tigers. So let's see if they say it's the 5 or 15-yard variety. The ball is spotted at the 24. And this should be, they're leaving it there. Okay. So maybe they changed their minds. 1st and 10. Here's the give off the right side. Short gain on the play, and after everybody moves forward, it's actually about 4 or 5 yards for the Vandals. And that last penalty was the 5-yard penalty. That's what it was.
Yeah, going back to that last touchdown, that was what the Tigers needed. Now they're out of that 1 touchdown threat. It's going to take 2 touchdowns to get Miami back in this game, and that's what they need.
I believe that was Mike Tarango who had that last carry for the Vandals. Now 1 carry for 5 yards for him. 2nd and 5 for the Vandals. Here's the give. Rodriguez, he fumbles the ball, and Globe has it at the 30-yard line. And that's Clausen. Is it Clausen or is it Wander? I think it's Wander. Wander with the fumble recovery for the Globe Tigers. So Miami looking like they were going to get something there, and then the ball pops loose, and the Tigers with it. So 1st and 10 for Globe. Globe Tigers with 2:33 to go in the third quarter, leading 21-7. Wander with the fumble recovery. Eye set for Globe. Hansen looks to give on the counter, and he's sacked back at the Miami 39-yard line. Is storming in there was Matt Bunny. And a big loss for the Globe Tigers. And really, he came in pretty much uncontested there, Spencer.
Yeah, good defensive play by the Vandals getting in there, but poorly blocked by the Tigers.
Second down, 17. From the Miami 38-yard line. Hansen fakes the handoff and now looks to option off, but can't, has to take it himself and gets a couple close to the 35. Will give him a long 2 on the play.
Looked like he ran into his own player there for a minute and made him stop, give up his momentum.
Hansen now has rushed the ball 12 times, including the sacks, 25 yards. 3rd and 15, somebody's called a timeout. Is it Miami or is it Globe? I think it is Miami, and it is. Timeout taken by Miami, 1:34 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 21-7 in favor of Globe here on KJAA Globe. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this. We return. Getting set after the timeout. I want to thank Glenn's Auto and Truck Repair behind the Tigers. Over 19 years, reliable service in Globe, Miami, 491 North Broad Street, where I take my car to be fixed, and they do a good job. 425-0206, that's Glenn's Auto and Truck Repair behind the Tigers here on 1240 KJ Radio. Now we have a delay. I set as the Tigers wait to run a play here. 3rd and 15 from Miami 35. Hansen rolling to his right. Looks like there's nothing there, and he does the smart thing, keeps it himself, hurdles a Miami player, and ends up out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And really a good play there by Lincoln Hansen, because he ends up picking up 10 yards on the play. There was nothing there, and he did the smart thing and picked up what he could and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
That's right. None of the receivers were open. He just tucked the ball under, took off with it, and even hurdled the last defender before he was tackled.
And that's legal in high school football as long as the man that he's hurdling has more than just his feet touching the ground, which he did. His body was in the ground, so that's legal. I set, and that's going to be a penalty against Globe as we have movement on the right side of the offensive line by the Tigers. So there's another penalty. That's the 9th penalty against Globe. That's a false start.
I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like there's been a lot of penalties this game, a lot of flags being thrown.
Really? 19 is a lot? I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, there's been 10 penalties on Miami, 9 on Globe. The yardage for about the same. It hasn't been real pretty.
I guess that's what you might expect for a season opener.
I set again. Hansen rolling to his left, steps up a little bit. Here's a pass down the far side. It's dropped by Beal. At the 10-yard line, he would have scored. Chris Beal, the pass was maybe a couple inches further than it needed to be, but really when you're wide open like that, Beal with his speed, that's the kind of catch you got to make.
That definitely would have been 6 points right there.
Beal most times will make that catch, but right there was off his fingertips and he just couldn't bring it in. He was turning on the wheels there, but just couldn't corral the ball. So now you have Miami with the football as the Tigers went for it there on 4th down. And the football at the 30. Here's the give to Rodriguez. Jukes inside and picks up about 7. Dustin Rodriguez, and he's down, but looks to be, I don't know. At first I thought he wasn't hurt, but he might be. The official immediately blowing the whistle and holding his right leg. Rodriguez's right leg. So Rodriguez, after picking up what is going to be about 6 yards, the Miami crew coming out to attend to him, and let's see if he's going to be okay or not. Looks like they're attending to him. Let's go ahead. We'll take a short break with 39 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Wait, he's getting up. Let's keep it here. 39 seconds. I thought maybe they were going to attend to him, but I didn't think it was real bad when he went down. He's got a slight hobble, but not much. So we'll have second down for Miami and 4 yards to go. The football is at the Miami 37-yard line. 21-7 Globe. Seconds ticking off here. Late third quarter. Castaneda, the backs to his left. Reverse goes to Talgo. Talgo stops for a second, then turns on the speed there, but by that time the Globe defense able to converge on him, and he maybe gets about 2 or 3. A short gain on the play. And really, I don't know how if you feel the same way there, Spencer, but I think, Spencer, if he doesn't hesitate, he gets more than that.
That's right. And it looks like he may have a first down, if not very close.
They gave him a nice spot on that, actually. I didn't think he got that far. But it is very, you're right, it's very close here.
In fact, they're going to measure it right now.
So they bring in the chains. And Brandon loaded. Okay, now one of the officials screening us. Stretch it. And well, we'll wait for them to tell us. Apparently, he's short. Yeah, it was real close. Short by about 6 inches or so. So Miami will have a third down. That's Talgo's first carry here of the second half. And that should be the end of the quarter. As the clock has expired for the third quarter, we'll wait for the officials to move the chain down, and then for them to give us the indication by picking up the football that the quarter is indeed over. Last thing we want to do is take a commercial break and then miss a play. So they're saying that's it. Yeah, they're moving the chains down the other end. So with that, Globe back, and with this long delay, they may just go ahead and say, let's run the. They got to get in the break here between the quarters. Globe is ready to go. Miami's ready to go. But we've gone ahead and switched ends now. They should pick up the football and tell us that's the end of the quarter. Miami's coming out to run a play. Now the officials are going to talk a bit. Miami's coming out. And it looks like they're going to let him go ahead and run this play to start what would be the fourth quarter. So we don't get an official break for the fourth quarter. But the Vandals and the Tigers are ready to go at it here for the fourth quarter. So Miami right to left now, needing a score on this possession, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Here's the quarterback keeper. Castaneda is not going to get much at all. For the Globe Tigers, I believe that is Goslin and also Kieran in on the stop. Now he got enough to get the first down. Castaneda getting a couple, and he didn't need much, so it is a first down for Miami on 3rd and short. And for the Vandals, that is first down number 13. So from their 41 near hash, Vandals break out of the huddle. They switch up on the line now. Castaneda giving the instructions to his backs. And here's the handoff, and the Tigers have none of that. Bender there, Goslin there. As the back getting nothing for Miami. Really nothing there for Miami. That was Rodriguez, if I'm not mistaken, on the carry. Just the Globe defense doing a good job right there. So officially no gain. Maybe a loss of a tiny bit. Second down and a long 10. Wing to the right side. Back to the left of Castaneda. The give will go to Rodriguez, and he's dropped. I believe that's Lotus getting in there quickly for the Globe Tigers. And that's a situation right there. Is that Chance Williams? That's Chance Williams. And Chance shedding a lot of weight, showing some quickness there.
That's right. Chance shed a good 20, 30 pounds, if not more. And it showed with his quickness there, being able to bust through the line and bring down Rodriguez.
Loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 12 yards to go. 10:28 to go here in the 4th quarter. Next week, we're in Globe with Snowflake here on KJ Radio. Tigers showing a little pressure on the line. Here's Castaneda rolling to his left, throws on the right. It's intercepted. Is the foot in bounds? Let's see, by Clausen. It is. Clausen with the interception had the presence of mind to get a foot down at the Miami 47-yard line. It'll be Globe Tiger football.
That was a nice catch by Clausen. He jumped up in the air to grab the interception, and before he was going out of bounds, he was able to get his feet down in bounds.
And really, that was kind of a risky pass there by Castaneda. Kind of just floated it up there, hoping one of his men would get it. But Clausen with a great individual effort for that interception.
You're right, it was a risky pass, but give credit to Clausen.
So 21-7. And some guys, I mean, you get a ball like that, maybe you want to start running with the Clausen. You could see he kind of looked down and said, where's my foot? That quick, split second, and got it in bounds. You only need 1 foot. He did. It's Globe ball. 47-yard line of Miami right in front of us as we're here atop the press box in Miami. And Miami jumping, but did that cause Globe to move? I don't know if Miami jumped off sides. I don't think so. No. So the Miami movement there by Goss causes the Globe Tigers to commit a false start. And now that's 11 penalties for Globe. Football back in Globe territory at the 48-yard line, wishbone set. Miami, a lot of guys up on the line. They show blitz, and I think they jumped off sides as Hansen is knocked on his back by the onrushing Miami Vandals, but I think they came in a little bit early. I mean, they showed that right from the get-go. I think they did not anticipate the snap count correctly. So this should be offsides Miami. Well, they're talking to the Vandals about this. Usually when that happens, it means that it's an offensive violation. But I think it's okay. Penalty is against Miami. Encroachment is apparently the call. 5-yard penalty. So Tigers now with 1st and 10. Hansen steps up in the pocket and he'll be dropped. So Hansen is sacked.
He was brought down by a swarm of Miami defenders hit from every direction there.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance at all. Good pressure by Miami. Loss on the play of what, 8 yards. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They have 13 on the board, and that's about right. So a loss of 8 on the sack. Hansen steps up, rolls off the left side, still on his feet, and then is hit hard as he gets close to the Miami 45. He'll pick up 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and fairly long for the Globe Tigers. Hansen now, 15 carries, 32 yards.
Set up a 3rd and 8.
Clock running, 9:06 to go. 4th quarter. Third and 8 for Globe from the 45-yard line. Hansen, misdirection, gives off to Beal now on the delay, and he'll get about 3 perhaps. Short 3 for Beal. And it'll be 4th down for Globe, and at the 43-yard line with 4th and 6, you can choose to punt it here and try and pin Miami deep. Let's see if that's, no, it looks like Globe will not. They're going to go from the Miami 43-yard line. Big play here. Hansen fakes, options it off to Scott. Scott busts through defenders across the 30 and goes ahead to the 28-yard line. A great job there by Scott to see that there was room between two Miami defenders, and he picks up the first down.
That was a nice play. Hanson pitched it to Scott, and Scott went through, put his head down full speed, busting through some defenders until he was brought down a ways down the field.
16-yard run by Scott, now with 46 yards on the night. Another first down for Globe, and that is big in this game. Because if Globe didn't get it, Miami gets the ball. 2 touchdowns, still a fair amount of time left. Miami's got a great shot, but now Globe can roll some clock here. From the 29, play fake, Hanson rolling to his right, steps up in the pocket, got a man to the far side right, and it's caught, and then a big hit at the 11-yard line. Miami is pumped up as the hit is by Castaneda. They say incomplete. I thought he had the ball. I guess not.
It looked like he caught it. Castaneda laid a big hit on him, knocked the ball right out of him, but I guess he never had possession of it.
So the officials are saying that he did not have possession. That's another good pass by Lincoln Hanson that is not caught. He's only really thrown 2 incompletions as far as not on target. Of course, the interception by Castaneda would be 3. The other interception, not his fault. He's pretty much been on track tonight. 2nd down, 10. Give it off to Scott. Starts off the left side, jukes out to the left side at the 15, breaks the tackle and gets down to the 11-yard line.
Nice run.
Pick up on the play of 18 yards for Scott. And we've said this before, he's not a big guy, but he's got a great ability to see where the holes are and just head right to it and turn on the speed.
That's right, and he got a little bit of moves in him also.
The clock continues to roll. Just over 7 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Tigers 1st and 10 at the 12. Inside give, the pile going inside the 10 to about the 7. Scott making sure on the carry, picks up what looks like about 5. 10 carries, 69 yards. And now for the Tigers, 2nd down and 5. Here's the inside give, touchdown Globe. That's Goslin. Goslin with the touchdown for the Globe Tigers.
That's a big touchdown right there. That might have put the Vandals away, bringing it to a 3-touchdown game.
So the Tigers with the TD. Right there was Goslin, just making sure, 22-32. Got the numbers from far away, we'll make sure I'm right. So a touchdown by Goslin.
Give credit to the offensive line. They opened up a big hole, and Goslin was barely touched going into the end zone there.
And now the PAT will come in just a second. Now 27-7. PAT attempt is up. The kick is long enough. Is it within the right upright? It is. And with 6:27 to go here in the 4th quarter, the score, the Globe Tigers leading this ball game, 28 for Globe, 7 for Miami. We'll be back in just a bit. We are back. Globe Tigers, 6-yard run by Goslin. So now we have, Hanson scoring. Maxwell in with a touchdown pass for Globe. Castaneda to Talgo for Miami. And then Beal, 14-yard run. Now a 6-yard run by Goslin with the PAT good here at the 6:27 mark of the 4th. And that might be enough for the Globe Tigers in this game, 28-7. The way the defense has really been doing a good job lately, that was an important score for the Tigers.
That's right. The defense just has to bear it down and get him right here. and it would take a lot for Miami to pull it out now.
Ehrlich now with the kick, bounces at the 3 and outputs that one bouncing out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Miami at the 20. I mean, I talked with Coach Jovich, I'll take that anytime. I will take the guaranteed at the 20 rather than give a chance to the run back. And Coach Jovich, like I told you out there, and Spencer as well, he said, you know, if we can pin him inside the 20, we're going to take that shot at putting it down at about the 5 and letting our coverage team come down and just knock the guy down inside the 15 perhaps. So now 1st and 10, Miami. And if they're going to have a shot at winning this ball game, they got to score here. Absolutely. 28-7. Here's the counter to the near side. Talgo with the football, picks his way up, and then is taken down after a short gain. Chance Williams makes the stop for Globe. And Foot Racer as well on the tackle. Then Cable One, Monday, Wednesday, 5 o'clock, airing the video replay of this game and all the Tiger games. Appreciate them allowing us to have those games on. So 2nd down and 5 for Miami. From the near hash. Play fake. Castaneda throws, it's intercepted. Goslin with the ball, trying to find some open room, and is knocked down at the 25-yard line. And then a hit right at the whistle by the Tigers. And the Tigers with the football on the interception by Goslin.
That was a nice grab by Goslin. He reached up and looked like he grabbed it with his fingertips and was able to take off in the other direction.
And you know, I told you, Spencer, you and I talked about I said, hey, is Castaneda going to be a little hesitant to throw? 3 out of the last 4 passes have been intercepted. He had the one big gainer to Talgo, which of course was the touchdown. Other than that, 3 INTs.
You're right.
So he's had pressure on him, and even when he's had a little bit of time, the Globe defenders have been in the right spots to pick the ball off. And the important thing is they haven't dropped them. They've caught the ball and put Globe in great field position, as they have right now at the 25-yard line. And now it looks like J.D. Wander will be the quarterback for the Globe Tigers. And that's who's in there.
You got to give Castaneda some credit, though. He's only a sophomore, and he's out there leading the team, and he's doing a good job running and leading the team all together, making big defensive plays also. Timeout
is taken by Miami with 5:31 to go here in the 4th quarter. You're right, Castaneda. And you got to give Miami credit, too. I mean, they're down 28-7 now, but I mean, at the half, even into the 3rd quarter, when Miami scores until late in the 3rd quarter, midway late 3rd quarter, this is a ball game.
That's right. I haven't been to any ball games, Globe or Miami, in over 2 years. And from what I had heard, I thought Miami wasn't too good of a team, but they really impressed me here tonight. Although they're down, you got to remember that they're only 2A, and they're playing a really good 3A football team, and they've impressed me tonight.
They've played well in this contest, and like I said, I think the Vandals in conference, the 2A Central, I think they do fairly well. 4-5 record last year, 3-3 in conference. I think they'll do better this year. The option goes from Wander off to Beal, and a nice individual play by Bunny. Beal is down, the ball pops loose, but it's after his knee hit the ground at the 20-yard line. We'll mark it back at the 21. It'll be a 4-yard gain for Beal. And for Beal, now with 9 carries, 77 yards, he's got that 1 touchdown. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Wander fakes the inside give, takes it off the left side himself. He'll pick up a couple and run some more clock. Give him 3 on the play. So Wander, his first rushing attempt. Get himself into the stat column offensively there. 3rd down, 4 for the Tigers. Wishbone set. Foot Racer lined up tight on the right side. Receiver out to the left side. Handoff goes to the first man through. And that is going to be Brochu, Joe Brochu. the carry for the Globe Tigers. And he's going to get enough for the first down. Brochu picks up 5 on the play. Also, for the Globe Tigers, to Dustin Wheeland in there on the left side. And here's the give now to Scott. And Scott uses the speed to get ahead close to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 5 for Scott. So the clock continues to roll, and Globe Tigers getting closer to what will be their 8th consecutive victory over Miami. Looks like Clausen off to the near side. It is. On the far side, Dustin Wheelan in tight. Here's the inside give. Touchdown, Beal. I thought it was going inside, went more to the left side. Beal uses the speed there and just goes right into the end zone, and it's another score for the Globe Tigers.
And another score for Beal.
This is correct. So Beal going in for the touchdown. About, 9 yards for Beal? So Chris Beal has seen the end zone once again. 86 yards rushing for Chris Beal. A PAT attempt will be coming by Edelik, then foreign exchange student from Turkey. Here's the snap. It's high. It's brought down though. Kick is up. Looks perfect. Oh, it hit the upright. Did it go through? No. It went off to the right side. So the PA attempt is missed, and the score stays 34-7 after the touchdown by Beal. On the run, the PAT again is no good. Score 34-7. 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Mentioned here on KJ, going to have the Arizona Wildcats for you tomorrow, as the team they will face is Utah. Just want to keep it here on KJ Radio. Then on Sunday, Raiders and Chargers, 1:15, followed later in the day, and that will be by the Dodgers and the Phillies. So, this contest seemingly now has been decided with 3 minutes to go. Tiger offense productive in taking advantage of interceptions here tonight. They have not wasted opportunities once they've gotten the ball in good field position, have the Tigers. Here's the kickoff. It's angled towards the far side, hits about the 10-yard line to the Vandals, and trying to juke around here. I believe that is Pastor, and he's taken down at the 24-yard line.
Hopefully we'll get to see some of these second stringers in now. See what some of the rest of the team has.
Robbie Pastor with that run there. Looking, as I said, Utah, the opponent of Arizona tomorrow, that's at 5:20. That Phillies-Dodgers game Sunday is at 5:10. The Raiders and Chargers at 1:15. So the Vandals with the football. Handoff goes up the middle, and nice run there. That's Goss picking his way, and finally Hernandez in there for the Tigers, as well as Maxwell to make the stop. But a nice pickup for Goss.
It looks like he's limping off the field also.
Yes, it does. Chris Goss.
About a 15-yard pickup.
So after the run by Goss, Miami another first down. Remember, they were doing very well in the first half in that department. 9 of them, only 5 here in the second half. The Globe defense has done a better job. Here's the handoff on the misdirection to the near side. Misses Pastor, spinning around, fighting his way to midfield. And now a late flag is tossed in. The gain by Pastor was going to be for 8 yards. But let's check out the flag along the near sideline. Dead ball, personal foul, Globe. So this looks like it's going to be an 8-yard run for Pastor. And then you're going to have a personal foul penalty walked off after the end of the run against Globe. 15-yard variety, bring it to the Globe 35-yard line. I don't care if it's early or late in the game, you don't want to see something like that. I've seen a couple plays tonight. One I can remember of Globe that I personally thought should have been a late hit call that was not called just a bit ago. But right now, Miami with 1st and 10. Here's the give. And what a hit by the Tigers there. On the inside handoff, being straightened up, was Johnny Tarango. And I believe for the Tigers, that was Earl Russell, who just put him right back. Gain on the play of not much. We have a timeout. What's the call here? Official timeout? It's an official timeout.
We have an official timeout on the field. We'd like to introduce the Miami.
The gain was nothing. There was no gain on that last play. But maybe got a yard. So 2nd and 10. Castaneda. Back moves, no call by the officials. And the handoff goes to Matt Bunny. So Bunny, who normally is not a running back, reported as a back, in as a back, carries and gains a little, but I'll tell you, one of the Tigers there pointing that there was movement, and there was, in the Miami backfield, but it was not called. 1:36 in running here. Globe Tigers going to win this ball game and go to 1-0. Miami will be 0-1. 3rd and 9. Play fake. Castaneda throws. I think it's a hopper. It's incomplete. Yeah, the ball bounced at the 28. It was underthrown. And the pass was intended for Tarango, Michael Tarango. Castaneda, 2 of 9 tonight. 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. And the clock is running. Well, that was an incomplete pass, am I right? Yeah, and the clock is running. I don't understand that at all.
Looks like they spotted him for a complete pass there.
Did they? Okay, that's right.
But it looked like he first called
incomplete. He first said incomplete, yeah, and then I look up and all of a sudden they move the ball up. So the ball is caught by Tarango. And on that play, what did he get, about 7?
Yeah.
Was 3rd and 9, I think it was, wasn't it?
7-8 yards, it looks like.
So now it's 4th and 3. Now there's a penalty against Miami. Is this delay? Yep, delay of game against Miami. So a 5-yard penalty. And 25 seconds to go. This might be the last play. Here's a pitch. This is Bunny. He's got room down the near side. Bunny angling and thrown down by Clausen at the 8-yard line. And we'll see if Miami tries to get another playoff here. They probably will with 14 seconds to go. Big run there by Bunny as he lumbers all the way down on 4th down from the 32 down to what's the 6th. It's a 26-yard gain for Bunny. But there is a flag.
I think that might be a personal foul against Globe. And there's a little bit of shoving going on after the tackle.
So Bunny, as I said, what would be a big gain. Personal foul against Globe. 26-yard gain by Bunny.
The Tigers bring it past the distance on the goal.
He's got 2 rushes for 27 yards. Another first down for the Vandals. Now it's 14 seconds. Miami will try and get it into the end zone right here. First and goal, Miami. Here's the inside give. Touchdown, Miami. So Goss with the touchdown. And the Miami fans liking that. The Globe fans, well, just saying it's 35-13. But for Miami, something to build on at the end of this game. A touchdown for Chris Goss. Goss now with 87 yards in rushing. Don't forget, we'll have a player of the game. We'll talk about it in just a bit. And we'll pick our player of the game, give away a free pizza, R&R Pizza Express. Goss getting the touchdown for Miami. PAT attempt upcoming. Looks like Weaver out there. Hold by Tarango. A little bit of a problem getting the snap when he gets it back down. And the kick is good. Good job of recovery there by Miami's Michael Tarango to bring that ball down and set it up for Weaver to kick the PAT. So, 10 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 34-14 is the score. And I'll tell you, looking forward to next week. Snowflake Lobos coming into Globe. That'll be a good ball game for the Globe Tigers. We'll have that one for you here on KJ. About 6:35 on the pregame show. 7 o'clock will be the kickoff. I don't know if we have anything more. Maybe by the end of the game, we'll get you a final score on that Coolidge game with Globe. So 34-14 our score. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Dave Hankins, Spencer Hansen with you. Larry Hance on the video, Jared Dykes as well. Jared handling most of the chores tonight, doing a real good job. Monday, Wednesday, Cable Channel 2. Cable 1, re-airing this broadcast and all the Globe games on Monday and Wednesday at 5 o'clock or thereabouts. So Miami will kick off. Football teed up at the 40-yard line. Weaver getting the running start. This kick, decent kick. Going to hit about the 5 and go into the end zone, and that's going to be an automatic touchback. And the Tigers saying, we're not going to get near. We're not even taking a chance on a fumble or anybody getting hurt on this play. And that's a smart play by the Globe Tigers right there. And now you come out and pretty much just take the knee and leave.
That's right. Just run the clock out, go home, and call it a night.
So the Tigers will have to snap the ball once. See if we see anybody in there right now that's not normally in there, getting some time. I don't see a whole lot of faces. Cy Tomerlin's in there. I can see him. As we're looking to pick out some guys that are out there for this last play. Wander, of course, the quarterback at this stage. That's Brochu there. Looks like Scott and Beal as well are the backs. So Globe with the football at the 20. And Wander is hit pretty hard as he gives the ball off to the right side. Not much of a gain, but that's not going to matter because that's the ball game. The Globe Tigers have won this one by a score of 34-14 as the Globe players making their way off to the far sideline. Huddling up right about the 50-yard line, and we'll get the handshakes of both teams as both teams will head to the center of the field. And you know, I'll say this now, with the exception of a few late hits, and really both sides, Globe, like McCall, had a couple more called, but this was a pretty sportsmanlike game tonight.
Yeah, it was, especially for a Globe Miami game. You didn't see too many cheap shots. You got a few late hits, but other than that, it was a pretty clean game and like Dave said, a sportsmanlike game.
And the thing is, it was a well-played game by both teams. A little bit sloppy. First game, we expected that. But Globe got things going in the second half, particularly mid-third quarter on. Miami, I thought, played a good first half. Overall, a pretty decent third quarter. But it was the fourth quarter where Globe took control of this game.
Yeah, the fourth quarter and also the second quarter. The fans got to see a good ball game here in the first half and the first part of pretty much the whole.
How'd you feel about today's game?
I felt kind of sad. I thought we should have beat them by more. I feel that if we fix our mistakes, we'll come out better next week.
All right.
Cool.
How'd you feel the outcomes of today's game were?
It was pretty good, but I think we could do a lot better in the regular season, so I hope we do a lot better, and we got a lot of practice to do still.
Do next week?
We're hoping to do better. Like I said, we still got a lot of practice to do, so we're gonna get after it, and hopefully we'll get better and hit harder and stuff.
Hey, thanks. They gave me some good calls.
How does it feel to beat Miami again?
Oh, it feels great. It just feels wonderful. We love to lay 'em out. We love to lay 'em out.
The band! Oh my gosh! Hey, how does it feel to beat Miami again?
I don't know. I was playing the bass drum. It feels great. If I was playing, it feels great. Go Globe!
How does it feel to beat Miami again?
Pretty good.
Okay, I'm sticking my
Band rules, yeah!